It is Ramadan Day 4, equivalent to the 4th episode of our series Good Character. Still on Within the Grass, we are on the 4th element or ways in which we can weed the grass, which is dealing with empathy. Over the years, I come to believe that I am an empathic person and that I'm legit done with that department of my character. In fact, I'm close to a pro. Until recently, that I now know that there is an aspect of empathy that I never even touched, which is understanding the other person's perception of my message. Not just me understanding them, but they also understanding me. Are we on the same page? Let me explain this. When someone does something to me, I try my whole possible best to get to the root of the thing, until most likely I exonerate them. I would say, oh no, maybe they did this to me because they are angry somewhere. Okay, maybe if I have done this instead, it wouldn't that. You get that type of thing. But when it comes to me now being the perpetrator and the other person being the victim, now they 9 out of 10 don't do what I do to them. They don't get to the root of things. They're just like quick to judge. And I'm very surprised of this. At some point I begin to think, am I the most merciful? You know how Shaitan will just kind of pump you? And truly, like, this is what I'm seeing over and over again. Different set of people, different gender, and it's still the same thing. Then I begin to say, wait a minute. Don't allow Shaitan mess up with your head. Don't allow yourself to be full of yourself for what you aren't even. Let's wait and analyze this. And then I got a break. I begin to analyze a particular situation that I have had with a couple of people, the exact same kind of situation, so that I will see what really happened there. And I understand that all of them reacted the same way. So why? And if I were in their shoes, I would never have reacted that way. So what was wrong? What went wrong? Am I truly the most merciful, or I'm missing out something? After a long and thorough search into my own self, researching into human behavior and all that, I understand that I was practically missing out on something, though it didn't negate the fact that I was more merciful than many of those people, but not all of them actually, and some of them genuinely would have been much more merciful had they have the data that I have access to, that I was basing that empathic part on. One very good example of what happened to me is, if someone does something to me, okay, I'll get to the root of things. Usually I would have a conversation with you and all that. I'll get to know you better. I'll get to understand why you really did that to me and all. So this time around, when I was the one that was wrong, I felt very bad that I did something this wrong, but I did it like it was like an innocently perpetrated wrong, let's say. I did it out of goodwill, which if I were on the receiving end of that person's action, if he was me and I was him, I would have understood it, because I usually do things like that. But this person didn't really understand it, and I've been trying to explain, like, this is why I did this, okay, this is my situation, this is this, like, do you understand how you would really want to get into this person's head and this person isn't really getting anything? I said, wait, so what is it? And I understand that this person cannot really go to that level with me because they cannot ascertain my intention. Me, being that I can ascertain my own intention, I could clearly see that I was such a lovely person in that situation. My approach was wrong, but my intention and the whole drive to do what I did was in the best intention. In fact, if that person were to really understand me, like be in me to really understand what happened, they would have really been so grateful because I was so respectful to them, and that was why I did what I did. Oh, I now understand. Like, yes, there are some details that people don't really get. So it's so hard for that person, especially the person knowing you newly. It's so hard for them to really grasp it until after some time, because I'm thinking, I know that if I were to do that with someone close to me, they would have brushed it off because they know me already. But this person is new to my life and they already feel very bad about it. I don't know if I've done a good job in explaining it now, but I hope so. Pay attention to that. The fact that a person didn't understand you now, didn't forgive you now, don't want to even listen to you now, doesn't always mean they mean bad. It could be that they are missing something from you that could complete the puzzle for them to be able to trust that you really did that out of kindness or you genuinely faltered. Please put it in play. It really made a very big difference to me when I begin to implement it, because I never thought of it. And the moment I thought of it that way, something very significant changed in the way I viewed the situation at the moment. If you implement this, I have no doubt that inshallah it is one strong way to help eliminate the negativities in you. Remember, what we are trying to do here is do away with all the negative, bad characters that we have, so that we would begin to plant or grow very beautiful, pleasant character or habits. However, I would not like to miss warning you on some stray people out there that take advantage of empathic people. The fact that you're an empathic person, you get to understand people, you welcome them warmly and all, doesn't give anybody the right to actually use you. So as much as you would go in depth like that and be that good, make sure you set nice, clear boundaries between being used and being friendly and helpful in a nice way that doesn't hurt you at the end of the day. And one of the most effective ways to be able to set that boundary and understand if a person is just using you or a person is genuine with what they want from your empathy is to take note of the pattern of the person. With this, I want to say goodbye, Iftar Mubarak, but before then, make sure you like this video. Please like it. By liking it, YouTube would think it's a good video and it would push it out to more people, and by so doing, it would serve as a sadaqatun jariyah to you, inshallah. That is a ceaseless charity that would continue to follow you even in your grave. And that is because this channel will grow and more people will benefit from this contents, inshallah. And subscribe to the channel. I don't know, I love you guys, so show me some love by subscribing, and I would know our tribe is growing. So take care of yourselves and take care of the relationship between you and people and you and Allah. I'll see you tomorrow, inshallah.